Good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Angela from MedFit Medical Weight Loss here in Denver, Colorado. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just entering my office here. It is actually kind of a gloomy day today. I don't know if you can see out there. There's a lot of fog and just kind of like, I don't know if we're just starting to get a little bit of rain, some snow. But it's a true winter day we're having today. So, but anyways, again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys are having a good week. And it is already the end of January. I can't believe it. You know, it's already like, we're already well into the first month of 2017. And hopefully you guys are staying strong on your New Year's resolution. I want to make sure that if you are already finding yourself stuck, this is kind of the time where people are sort of dwindling down. They were all excited about joining the gym and you're exercising, but now you're finding that life gets in the way and we are getting to yet another failed resolution. But this is the year to succeed. And so if you want help, please come ask me. In fact, just mention my video and I'll give you a free consultation. So go to www.denverweightlossclinic.com. There's actually a link on my homepage where you can schedule online and just say YouTube video, and I will give you a free consultation so that I can make sure you succeed on your resolution this year and help you keep your weight off for good. So, all right, so I'm really excited about the talk that I have today. It's actually more on a personal level. So for those of you who don't know me very well, I have a 2-year-old daughter. Her name is Haley. She's my world. So, I went from, you can see the stages of, being the girlfriend to getting engaged, being a wife, and then you kind of learn how to take care of your husband, and then all of a sudden you graduate into being a mother, and then all of a sudden not only do you take care of your husband, but you now have a child, and then you start to add extended family. My mother lives here, my mother-in-law lives here, and you can start to kind of feel all of the different responsibilities adding up at our state in life. And some of you can kind of relate on this. I am the cook of the home. I'm I'm a pretty strong person. I like to do things, and so there's a lot of things that as a family depend on me. For example, I cook. I'm the one that goes to the grocery store, make sure everybody's meals are planned, and anybody who needs like doctor visits, and I'm taking care of my mom, and I'm making sure my husband is taken care of, and basically you're just kind of like the captain of the ship, right? Everybody raise their hand who can totally understand that you are the captain of your ship. And guess what happens when you are out of that equation? For example, 2 weeks ago, I was, in bed with the flu. I was literally out for a couple of days. And it was really hard for me because, honestly, while I was sick, I actually felt bad that I couldn't keep up with my chores. So nobody went to the grocery store, and although they took care of me, but, we had to figure out who was going to cook, because I was too weak to cook and all that stuff. And, everything fell apart while I was in bed with the flu. And so then I was like, okay, I'm back and better, and then I realized that, okay, I'm back to taking care of my family. At the same time, I own a business. I take care of my patients, my employees. I'm kind of just like, wherever I go, I do feel a higher level of responsibility, and I'm actually okay with that. That's just how I find my reward. I'm a giver, and I really enjoy, being that facilitator to help people. Okay, and you can understand, especially for those of you who have more than one child, you can just imagine all the responsibilities that you have to do. And even for you who don't have children, you have responsibilities, whether maybe you have a mother who depends on you, or co-workers, or that one best friend who's just always calling you, that needing you. You are like the captain of their ship. But what happens is that, where do you fit in that equation? And so, like, who takes care of you? And I want to give you like a personal example here. So the topic for the day is, I said, set it and don't forget it. And so I don't know if you grew up in my age. There was an infomercial. It was a classic chicken roaster, and it was awesome. You put your chicken in, you push start, and you set and forget it, and all of a sudden, like an hour later, you get a roasted chicken. Okay, so I'm talking about goals here. The natural inclination for us with goals is that we set it and we forget it. And what happens is that's why we're falling off at these New Year resolutions, because we had these lofty goals, and all of a sudden it is, the end of January, and then, you probably don't even remember the last time you went to the gym, because you were like buried in work, or you had to take your child to the doctor's office, or you had to take them there, or you were just, again, life got in the way, that you fell back into your old habit, your old life again, and that's why you forgot about your goals. So here is my lesson for the day, okay? It's all about goals and rewards. And I know that, just hang in with me, I know that there's a point in here somewhere. So on a personal level, I'll just give you an example. So I had a patient the other day, we set a goal, she wants to lose another 50 pounds. And I asked her, what is a reward that you want to give yourself when you lose 50 pounds? And, she paused for a second. It was a good, decent, silent pause. I waited patiently for her to say, can it be food? And I paused for a second, and I said, it is okay to have food as reward. You heard it from me, okay? It's okay to have a food as reward. However, let's dissect this out a little bit, okay? Let's just say, I say 50 pounds is a really big accomplishment. And, she mentioned that she just wanted to go out and eat her favorite pizza, which is fine, and then we just think about it. Okay, well, pizza's really good. I'm not gonna lie, I love pizza. But at the same time, I think each slice is like 600 calories or something like that. And you can't, I don't remember ever just eating one slice. It's always 2 or even 3. Some people eat 4. So you're thinking, gosh, so you're rewarding yourself with a 3,000 calorie gift for losing 50 pounds. And then, although it's enjoyable, what happens as soon as you take the last bite? That's it. Your reward is done. It's not long lasting. There's not a long-term gain. You're not weeks later saying, oh, I'm so glad that I ate that pizza. It's actually out of your mind. In fact, that reward, that pizza reward, kind of feels like your bad ex-boyfriend. The boyfriend just comes creeping around, and he just brings back, good memories, but that at the end of the day, he's bad for you, and there's no long-term gain from that. And so I was like, well, pizza can be a reward, but second of all, A, it's not long-lasting, and B, you can buy a pizza for like, I don't know, $15. Okay, and so I asked my patient, well, let's think of something else besides a food reward. That's what I want to teach you. Like I said, it's okay to have food rewards, but you shouldn't have food as your only reward. And so we talked about, maybe a massage, an hour massage. And she said, well, no, I can't do a massage. I was like, why? Well, why not? Well, gosh, that hour could be spent taking my child to gymnastics, or, the $50, honestly, I should be, paying my cell phone bill rather than, massage. And all of a sudden she started to kind of list, excuses or things other than getting that massage for an hour. And so I said, well, wait a second. So you're willing to treat yourself for pizza, but you're not willing to do something for yourself that you actually would enjoy. And I know that I'm getting on this deeper level here. And so what I'm actually, leading to is now it's sort of like are you worth more than a food reward? That is the message for today. I have a personal, example of sure, we have we can be motivated by food, and we're not going to lie. There's a lot of things where, it would be nice to, take my staff out for lunch after they did a good job, but at the same time, we raise the stakes. And it's funny, it's actually, I actually set a high achieving goal, and we actually made it last week. It was early, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if we were gonna, get it until later this year. We had some things in place, but we hit it last week. It's only the third week of January, and we hit a really overlofting goal. And so we decided I'm actually gonna take the girls out for a massage, because guess what? We raised our level of worth. And for me to treat my girls to something like that, again, I tell you, it's memorable, and they're willing to, work. And then we're going to set another goal, and we're going to set a higher reward, raise the stakes on that, rather than equating our accomplishments with food. So overall message, raise your level of self-worth. You guys are captain of the ship. What happens is that while you're taking care of everybody else, you're not taking care of yourself. And what happens is that food has always been that ex-boyfriend. It just kind of temporarily reminds you of the good times, but it is what it is, temporary. If you actually lay out a higher reward and say, you know what, I actually deserve an hour massage because I'm worth it. I take care of myself. It's gonna feel good, and it's just a statement, symbolization that I am at a higher level, that I am included as part of the people that I take care of. And I tell you, the more that you mix into that, food can become a reward, but then you're gonna have other options. You're gonna get a massage, then you're gonna get a haircut that you haven't had a long time, and maybe a pedicure, or maybe the dress that you just didn't want to spend money on because you felt guilty because you could be shopping for, again, uniform for your kids or whatnot. So it's actually time to include you in the equation. Raise your level of self-worth. That way food ends up not having to fill a void. And you start to make, you start to treat yourself, you start to take care of yourself. Guess what? You actually start to make higher level decisions, and that includes diet and exercise and taking care of yourself. So, okay, so that is my message for today. Again, don't set it and forget it. Set the goal and the reward, and look at it every day, and raise your stakes and higher your level of self-worth, okay? Now, again, I want to help you. I want to make sure that you're not stuck in your New Year's resolution. If you've been following me for a while, it's beyond diet and exercise, so that's why I'm here for you. So please, again, reach out to me at www.denverweightlossclinic.com. For more information. Mention my YouTube video. I'll give you a free consultation. We'll literally spend 60 minutes, one-on-one, so we can dive into what you're struggling with, and I can create solutions for you. So you'll literally be walking out of my office with a roadmap plan to start with. Regardless of whether you work with me or not, I will give you information because I want to help you succeed this year. All right, so go ahead and set a goal and reward, and feel free to share your comments, and again, tell me what your reward is. What's the higher level of reward that you deserve for all the work that you do? All right, have a good week. I'll see you next week.